trust me to want to start recording a video when they're mowing the lawn. But anyways, Dumelang guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Reneilwe, also go by the name Reneilwe. If you are new, welcome to my channel. We do creative home living, from room makeovers, renovations, anything creative home living, meal preps, anything that has to do with your home and being in it and enjoying it. We do it on my channel. I'm in the bathroom, there's a lot of echo. I'm trying to run away from I thought I was trying to run away from the noise. But if you are a returning subby, thanks for your support. I really appreciate the love. And well, it's been a while since I've posted. It hasn't been a while since I've posted a DIY of any kind or me building something. I miss it. But I miss posting it. It's not like I haven't been doing it. So they're mowing this side. Now we're gonna run to the other side of the house now, which I'm pretty much sure the one on this side is gonna start soon. But anyways, sorry about the echo. I have been working on a big project, which is my living room makeover. Oh, if you're new on my channel, this is also on my channel. Check it out. I will link it down below and somewhere up here. But anyways, it has been taking its time. I've been taking my time, not it has been taking its time. Basically, when you go into projects, it's something that you need to plan for from a financial stance to, the time to spend going through all of this. I thought I have snuck peeked a little bit of what my living room is transforming into, but however, there's still a lot of things that I need to get. So I figured I want to do a few things. There is a project that I want to work on the side, and it's right behind me. It is this storage cabinet that I have here. It goes off of the living room. So if you're in the living room and you're my guest and you are, oh, look at that, you're already sneak peeking into my living room makeover, but it's okay, I don't mind. When you're sitting on the couch, you see that. And I don't want to lie, I've been embarrassed having to open this, even when my parents are around, because it is a mess. It's not organized. I mean, sometimes when you live in a home, it's not always going to be organized for the mere fact that you're living in it. That's why it's not going to be organized. But don't judge. Okay, fine. I'll give you 10 seconds to judge. Get your remarks out of the way, because I know when I'm editing this, I'm definitely gonna have my 2 cents of remarks. So this is what it looks like when you open it. So this is what it looks like. So you imagine you sitting on the couch and I open this cabinet and you see all of this, there's acetone over there, there is washing powder, there is cleaning detergent, it's a lot going on here. There is my Hoover down here, steam iron, it's a lot. But anyways, since it's driving me crazy and I feel like this is a project that should at least take me a day or two the most, why don't I just do it? Because at least it's a simple, quick project that will bring some form of gratification, and I will feel happy about it. So sometimes instead of focusing on big projects and making big changes, we should focus on small things and making small changes, because they will also make you happy. And I know for a fact that this will make me happy. But anyways, game plan. We are gonna get a storage system here, whether it be boxes, whether it be baskets. Baskets are expensive though. We'll see if we can find anything affordable that we can use as a storage system. What else is in here? Oh my gosh. Guys, if you lost your pets, I'm sure we can find your pet in here somewhere. I don't know. We can find it in here, trust me. And then another thing, since I'm working on my living room and my living room is gonna be upgraded, my hallway has been upgraded, my entryway has been upgraded. So basically the only thing that's gonna be out of place is my kitchen and this. So I wanna change up the face of this wardrobe as well. I challenged myself to do this project with a budget of 600 rands. So actually, since this is just something that I woke up and decided to do, I need to get out my notebook, put down a few notes of what I should get done, what I need, and all kind of stuff. That's the only way you can avoid going back and forth from the house to the store, or also from skipping stuff. And if you write down your whole plan, you can already know what will you need for your project. But anyways, I've been talking too much, rambling too much, trying to share this game plan. It shows that I didn't plan out this video. I'm gonna take you along with me, probably wear pens as well, because yeah. you already know what's happening. And then we can start measuring out the cabinet, writing down our game plan, take a picture of our game plan, go to the store, know the measurements that we need and everything else that we need. Oh, and Rainy, your measuring tape is in your handbag. If you guys knew what I carry around. Alright, we're gonna kick it off by measuring out our cabinets so we can know how many storage baskets to get and what size so that they can fit in the cabinetry, the width, because we're going to give it a facelift. And then I'm going to take off the handle so I can take the screws with me to Leroy Merlin so that I can get the right width, but however longer screws, since we're going to be adding wood paneling on top of these doors. It's always good to keep your screws in a plastic bag and place them safely so that you don't lose them, or you can lose them all at once, I guess. On a serious note though, put them safely. Moving on, I'm just emptying out this cabinetry, organizing everything so I know exactly how I'm going to section this whole closet by placing laundry detergents, knowing exactly what's stuffing up this closet, because I really didn't know why it was filled to that extent. But one thing I can say, there were a lot of plastic bags. So now that I've worked out everything, it is time for us to also go to the store and buy the things that we need. So it's always good to measure up and know exactly what you're going to buy at the store so you avoid many trips. Starting off at Dubai Center, one of my favorite fabric stores, to get some burlap so we can have that rattan look on the outside. Moving on, we're going to go to Game and get a few baskets. Honestly, I was just walking past and I bumped into these. They were perfect. And then we're going to kick it off by going to Leroy Merlin, or end it off by going to Leroy Merlin, getting some wood. It was expensive. So I used double-sided tape, focus Regina, and I'm going to tape this onto what I'm going to use to protect the floors while I spray paint. So let us go outside. Giving the spray paint a very good shake, I'm going to spray paint this handle gold, or what was the color? Some form of gold though, and use some clear spray paint to secure that. And then I did have my wood cut at Leroy Merlin, however it wasn't cut to the measurements I wanted, so I had to cut it myself down to the measurements I wanted. Luckily they cut my wood longer instead of shorter, because that would have been a whole stressful situation. Now that I'm done cutting it to size, time for me to measure out where I should be drilling so that I can measure out the wood that's going to connect both vertical panels and pre-drill it at the right measurements so that I don't go off in any way or any form. It is important that you guys wear safety gear. First of all, I'm barefoot. Second of all, I don't have any gloves. Clearly I'm getting too comfortable with these power tools, which is a very bad thing, and I tried to make sure that I don't. But anyways, try and be safe. Do as I say, not as I do, guys. So moving on to a wider or bigger drill, I want my screws to lie flush with the wood so that they don't stick out. I've used this hack many times before on my channel when I was creating my nightstands and when I was creating my headboard. I will link one of those videos up here and down below. So this is what it looks like. It looks slightly deeper than usual. My drill bit was too short, so what I did was I would use a screwdriver to screw it in all the way through so that it can drill itself through and through. So that's what I did, or you can just simply get a longer drill bit than the one that I'm using. And this is how I ended up getting a splinter in my hand. It's always good to have tweezers on standby. However, you shouldn't need tweezers if you have the correct safety gear. I got a feeling I'm gonna get a phone call from my dad. I'm barefoot, I am busy working with power tools. Yeah, he's definitely not gonna be pleased with me doing this, but I will try my best. I don't know when, but anyways, here a bit of a lesson learned, but however I've got the glove on the wrong hand, so I guess it still defeats the purpose. So this is what I'm talking about, drilling the screw through and through so that I can get it to be drilled on the other side.
So I decided to spray paint the cabinet door because I felt like if I actually put everything on top of it, the white would come through. So I used a beige spray paint just so I can have brown come through instead of the white once everything is done. So this you could either skip or you could do. So I just went with it. Although it was a bad spray paint job that I did, it still worked out though. Oh, and ensure you wear the correct mask and not do what I'm doing, guys.
A bad exhibit of a bad spray paint job. Does that even make sense? I don't even think I'm making sense. But this is not permanent because I can use acetone to remove the spray paint, so I'm not all the way worried. When I decide to sell my house, I can eventually just acetone all of this and then the white will come back. So yeah, I'm not all the way stressed about spray painting. That looks bad. Trust the process.
Moving right along, my assistant, aka my brother, was back home and we were just chatting it up, and I asked him to help me assemble this frame that I want to put on top of my door. So I had him catch that English, Rainy, pre-drill the wood using the screw like I was, and then we would attach it together. So what I did was I attached the top and the bottom, and then big mistake, I did not pre-drill the middle because I somehow wanted to get the measurement correct once everything was together so that I can know that the spaces are equal. So that's where I started messing up. You'll see, okay, you won't see much of it, but I get a bit frustrated as time goes because when I'm attaching the middle part, I somehow do not know for the life of me how to drill straight, and I kept on drilling through the middle of the wood, and the wood was starting to crack a bit, so I just stopped right away. So that's me just getting ahead of myself. So after I measured out the spacing and where I should put the two panels in the middle, it was time for us to attach them. So this is where everything going south. I'm removing the screw because they keep on going up and like going through the middle of the wood and not going through to the other side. And I figured, you know what, I should just stop trying to drill this and re-drill it because I clearly didn't drill straight. So I decided I'm going to use some wood glue. Usually I like going with wood glue and then going with a screw after to keep it in place while it dries, but this time around I figured since I already attached the either ends, so it'll work as a clamp and it'll keep it in place, so I didn't have to worry much about that. So I just applied wood glue on either side of the small little wood panels, as you can see, and attached them. Obviously with the bit of glue that came out at the top, I just wiped it off so that I can easily stain over it. If you don't wipe it off, the texture around that area versus the rest of the wood when you paint or stain it is gonna be different. So try and ensure that you wipe off any excess glue that comes out.
All right, guys. Day 3. Different day, different t-shirt, same pants. It is what it is.
So giving my mixed paint a shake, I mixed up this paint when I was working on the floating shelf in my entryway. If you guys missed that video, I'll link it up here and down below. So I made enough because I knew that I was going to want to stain a few things the same color. However, I just mixed up white paint and some beige paint, and then I watered it down. So instead of staining my wood, I'm not staining it, I am paint washing it, as you can see. So what you do is you apply the paint with a brush or a foam brush, and then after you let it settle in for a while in the wood, while you let the wood absorb it, you come in with a cloth and you wipe it off. So you can decide what ratio of paint you want to water, and basically you can test it out on scrap wood, go with the one that you want, or see what you like more, if you like it more watered down or if you like it less watered down. So I finally decided that I'm going to detach the door so that I can go through with the gluing process. So I've been actually trying to avoid doing this for a while, but I figured if I want everything glued down perfectly, and I'm going to need to weigh it down so that everything sticks on to each other, so it required me removing the door.
Now. You got it off.
Moving on, we're going to staple our umbrella, pulling as tight as you possibly can. So what I did was I stapled it at the top and even in the middle panels that you guys saw me glue on. So the key is to pull it as tight as possible on all sides so that it looks like rattan instead of like fabric which we're using. So we're trying to achieve that rattan look for less, I guess. So once I was done stapling it down, I cut the burlap to size, ensuring that it doesn't pop up on the outside of what the frame is, or air coat our frame. So ensuring that everything is in place but not overcutting it, so that because burlap tends to fray, so you're trying to ensure that it doesn't fray where the staple is. Alright guys, got the front facing down, trying to protect it with this plastic at the bottom. So this is where my very best friend comes in, my normal nails adhesive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like put the adhesive on the frame. I'm avoiding putting it in the middle because I don't want the white to come off and have that mess, because that would be a really letdown to mess up right close to the finishing line. So yeah, I'm gonna put the no nail adhesive around the frame. So ensuring that I apply a generous amount of my no nail adhesive. I didn't want this to move or go anywhere. I don't want any chances of this separating. So my sister helped me to put this cabinet door on top of the frame that we built. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because the cabinet door is a whole lot more heavier than the frame that we built. So I wanted it to weigh itself down onto the glue. Happy New Year. Many days later, I tried lifting this off on the day and it like separated, so I left it here. Basically I can say I can say that I left it here for 2 days. We are gonna try and lift it off. Fingers crossed it's stuck, fingers crossed it's secure, because I really don't want to nail this together. So kicking it off with a nice celebratory dance. I was so happy that it stuck together because I was starting to have doubts. So what I'm doing now, coming to the finishing touches, I am drilling through and through so that I can reattach my handle, using the hole on the original cabinet so that I can place where the handle should be. And my helper is back. Yes, my brother is helping me to reattach this door, and he said it was heavy, so he was holding it for me, but luckily with just applying one hinge, it was already staying in place. And being a short person, you need somebody like my brother to get to the places that I can't reach or I'm too short for, and I was so happy. So let us not forget, oh, I was about to get into the before. Let us actually put everything back into our cabinet. This is how we're going to work out our storage, using old boxes that are decorative. And then we are also going to reattach our handle and start showing you guys what this cabinet looked like before, the disaster that it was, and what it looks like now.
stronger.